Coming up on this week's Collegian Report, find out who's representing you next academic year.
Plus, see how this organization raised over $150,000 by dancing.
And do you trust your barber with your life? We'll take a look at a show taking center stage that you won't want to miss. The Collegian Report starts now. Welcome back to the Collegian Report. I'm Annie Witt.
And I'm Kennedy Foster. Students Association President Sophie Spear is heading into another term after winning re-election.
Ayes have it, Resolution 25-9-RA has been approved.
Spear was sworn in Monday night alongside her new Vice President, Megan Christoffels. The ceremony also included the swearing-in of next year's senators and executive team. Together, Spear and Christoffels want to focus on increasing accountability, building community, and enhancing transportation for students. Spear is optimistic about what her and Christoffels can accomplish next year.
I am so excited for next year. No, I am. I'm very excited to work with Megan. We have complementing leadership styles that I think will make a really good team and benefit us.
To see a full list of new senators, visit sdsucollegian.com.
As a part of America's 250th anniversary, a news organization is tying American civics to news and information. This week, South Dakota News Watch and the School of American and Global Studies held a free event to help people understand the political process and find credible news. Newswatch CEO Carson Walker highlighted the public's widespread anxiety surrounding current politics.
I think people are just befuddled, confused, scared about all the changes in government and civics and certainly the media. We're going through a transition.
The event was part of a series touring South Dakota. The next event will be on August 9th at the Black Hills Playhouse in Custer.
I grew up with it.
Over $155,000. That's how much money State-a-thon raised for the Children's Miracle Network. SDSU students spent their day dancing with children who have been directly impacted by the Miracle Network. This year, their theme was Toy Story. Every group was led by 2 college students called Morale Leaders. They got to hang out with a miracle child for the day. Morale leader Raylan Nupin loves working with the families.
Enjoy it, and they love getting back, and they love seeing everyone who's participating, especially all these college kids here,
In between the dancing and fundraising, the families shared their stories. The kids also played Toy Story themed games, and they even had their art auctioned off by the 16-year-old auctioneer in training. Some of the pieces were sold for over $1,000. Next year's State-a-thon Day of event is scheduled for April 10th, 2027.
Something spooky is happening in the Performing Arts Center this weekend. State University Theater ends their season this weekend with the musical Sweeney Todd. The show follows Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet Street, as he teams up with the pie shop owner to seek revenge on those who wronged him. Senior theater and music student Jacob Stevens, who plays Sweeney Todd, shared his process for getting into character.
Getting to learn the character and the story and the point of what I'm saying. There's so many nuances, especially in Sondheim's score, that can be looked at so many different ways. So just kind of analyzing the book and the score and how I can portray that on stage.
You can catch the show tonight or tomorrow at 7 p.m. or on Sunday at 2 p.m. Tickets are available online or can be purchased at the box office, and students get in free. Look to the Collegian Media YouTube channel for an exclusive behind-the-scenes look with Claire Booth.
Even though the semester is winding down, there are plenty of things to do on campus next week. Wednesday from noon to 1:30, the American Indian Student Association is hosting Wahampy Wednesday. The School of Performing Arts will be holding a dance concert Friday through Sunday. On Saturday, the PAC will also be holding an 80s rock battle of the bands.
Still ahead, see how SDSU rode to a strong finish and which athletes roped in some big wins at this year's Jackrabbit Stampede. LSD Fodder will have that story and more in our Jackrabbit Ag Report.
And SDSU baseball started its 11-game home stretch with a great showing. Jacob Brendy has sports.
The Collegian is SDSU's student-run newspaper. For 140 years, the Collegian has provided students, faculty, and staff with everything they need to know. You can pick up an issue on Wednesdays at locations all around Brookings or view it online at sdsucollegian.com.
This week's Jackrabbit Ag Report is sponsored by SD Corn.
Welcome back to the Jackrabbit Ag Report. I'm Ella Stiefvater. Well, the Jackrabbit Stampede celebrated 70 years of rodeo last weekend at the Dakota Bank Center. More than 300 competitors from 6 states participated, with SDSU finishing second on the women's side. Lainey Hoyer won the all-around and colt, and Trey Frank took first in team roping. Several other Jackrabbits also finished in the top 10, and you can find all those results at sdsucollegian.com. And Ag Week at SDSU is coming to a close today. The week began with dodgeball in the Animal Science Arena. On Tuesday, students got some hands-on experience in environmental science. Wednesday events included a morning run on campus known as the annual Milk Run. Then the Ag Week banquet was held Wednesday night, recognizing students, faculty, and organizations for their work this year. Events continued on Thursday with a picnic and potluck, followed by Ag Trivia. Then things wrapped up this morning with the International Year of the Rangelands celebration at McCrory Gardens and a swing dance scheduled for 8 p.m. tonight. For many of these students, the week was a chance to learn more about agriculture and its role here on campus.
Doing this really emphasizes the work that those agricultural students and faculty do, but also gives leeway for those others to learn and become more involved within it.
Ag Week is organized by Prexy Council and is held annually here at SDSU. And if you see a lot of blue corduroy jackets around campus next week, that's because the South Dakota State FFA Convention is back. Thousands of high school FFA members from across the state will be on campus for competitions, sessions, and events April 20th through the 22nd. And for the first time since 2022, those sessions will be held at First Bank & Trust Arena. The opening session is Monday at 7 p.m., the second session is Tuesday at 4 p.m., and the third session is at 7:30 p.m. The final session is Wednesday morning at 8 a.m. And you can find that full schedule of events and locations at sdaged.org. Well, with Ag Day coming back to campus and state convention, it's a sure sign the semester is almost over.
And with the semester wrapping up, we kind of hope for better spring weather, warmer. We have Emily DeCock with our weekend forecast.
Thanks, Annie. The last couple days have been absolutely beautiful, but we are going to cool down just a little bit this weekend. Tonight, we're going to drop down all the way below freezing near 25, and there will also be gusts for up to 35 miles an hour today. Tomorrow will be windy again and mostly sunny with a high near 46, and then at night we'll cool down to around 26. Sunday will warm up again slightly near 60, so expect sun and a little bit of wind with a high near 57. Sunday night will sit right near freezing at about 33 degrees, so it'll be a windy, sunny weekend. Thanks, girls. Back to you.
Thanks, Emily. So it looks like it's going to cool down this weekend. Do we have any outside sport events this weekend?
Yeah. For those willing to brave the elements a little bit, there's some stuff going around on campus that should be pretty interesting for fans of the Jackrabbits. SDSU soccer will be playing an exhibition game this Sunday against Northern State. As an exhibition, the game won't count towards any record, but will have most of SDSU's roster, excluding the freshmen. The game is free and open to the public. It will be played at Fishbox Soccer Park at 1 p.m. SDSU baseball is in the beginning of an 11-game home stretch that began Wednesday with a 13-3 win over Midland. Nolan Graw had 4 RBIs in the game, including this triple that scored 2 in the 6th inning. Graw had 3 runs, 4 hits, and 4 RBIs in the win. Trey Hussar took the mound for the Jacks and earned his first win of the season. Offensively, the team had 11 hits and drew 8 walks. SDSU's pitchers only allowed 3 hits throughout the game. Friday through Sunday, SDSU will face off against Oral Roberts, who are 20-14 on the season so far. The Jacks currently stand at 12-21. SDSU softball played 4 games over the course of 2 days this past weekend, leaving their road trip in Iowa City with 3 wins. The team played alternating games against Georgia Tech and Iowa, splitting the Georgia Tech series with a 6-0 win and a 1-10 loss. Emma Veek played a big part in the 6-0 win, having 2 hits, 2 runs, and 2 RBIs in her 3 at-bats in the game. The Jacks swept Iowa with a 3-2 win in the 8th inning and 7-4 win. This Friday, SDSU plays their 3rd remaining series of the season against Omaha. The Mavericks are 26-8 on the season with a perfect 7-0 home record. So it's kind of unfortunate that with only a couple weeks left of baseball and softball that the weather has been unpredictable as it is, but while we have the opportunities to see the teams, even if it's a bit chilly out, I think it's something that you should consider going out and supporting the Jacks.
Especially with the semester wrapping up, get out there and go support the Jacks.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Jacob. Greek Life put on a show on Wednesday night. We'll have more after this.
Collegian Radio on KSDJ is SDSU's student-run radio station. For over 30 years, the radio has been on air to broadcast music and news for students, faculty, and staff. You can listen to Collegian Radio on KSDJ by tuning into 90.7 in your car or listening online at sdsucollegian.com.
Looking to stay up to date on news around campus? Collegian Media is SDSU's student-run newspaper, radio station, and newscast. From writing to anchoring, taking photos and videos, or selling advertising, Collegian Media gives students in any major the opportunity to get involved. To learn more or to see what's happening on campus, you can visit sdsucollegian.com.
The Collegian Report wardrobe is sponsored by Trends, the sustainable fit.
The 70s, 80s, and 90s went head-to-head during Greek Week on campus. This year's theme was Battle of the Decades. Each chapter dressed up in costumes or matching outfits based on their decade before taking the stage at the Performing Arts Center. Greek Week happens each year to build community between campus fraternities and sororities. Alicia Snell, chapter vice president for Chi Omega, was happy with how much participation there was in her sorority.
And seeing all the girls come together for this event, we had at least a third of our chapter, if not more, that wanted to participate, so that was really fun to see everyone come together.
Greek Week comes to a close with an awards night tonight, exclusive to members only. That's all for the Collegian Report this week.
You can stay up to date on the latest news online at sdsucollegian.com or on social media at SDSU Collegian Media.
Thanks for watching.